Crap.
Hey there, thanks for watching this first episode of Impoverished Gearheads. My name is Jason. My co-conspirator is Nacho. We'll hear more from Nacho in a little bit. And we're going to try and do a little show about a couple guys with no free time and no budget, wrenching on some of our older cars. First question that'll pop up is like, hey, sounds like you guys are being dorky posers and trying to rip off Motor Trend's Roadkill. Well, not exactly. There might be a little truth to that, but the reality is, from the get-go, Roadkill was a big budget. I mean, not like Spielberg big budget, but I mean it was a big budget show. You know, these guys work for a major publishing company. They've already got sponsorship. They have a shop facility to work in. They get cash to go and buy some of these junk cars to wrench on and thrash on. And then things blew up and got real with mega corporate sponsors giving them, I don't know how many $1,000, stuff, cool stuff. So we kind of thought, hey, Nacho and I are both big fans of the show, but it's kind of like, yeah, we dig the show. We're still going to keep watching and everything, but it kind of left this void where we thought, what if there was a show where guys that don't have the sponsorship, don't have the budget, don't have the parent company, don't have the time, don't have the money, build stuff and wrench on it and keep their old daily drivers running. So that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and show you kind of stuff that we already do, but we're just going to roll some film and try and share it. We've got heck, I don't want to tell you how I'll feel old if I try and tell you how long I've been wrenching on my own cars, but I don't take my stuff to a mechanic. I do it all myself. My newest car is a 1997. The one that gets driven the most is a 93. And so, we've learned a few tricks along the way, and it's probably stuff some of you, serious gearheads out on the internet already know. But there's a lot of people that are, young guys that are getting into this kind of a hobby that, you guys might learn something, might have a good time. We like to go camping out in the desert, and we have some junker off-road vehicles that we try and thrash on. My particular four-wheel drive vehicle is a pathetic piece of junk, but we're gonna have some fun with that thing. I'm actually so fed up with it I don't want to drive it anymore, and instead of just selling it to a junkyard or donating it to charity, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with that thing before we give the charred carcass to the recycle guy. So that's part of what we have planned to show you is some mechanical carnage. I mean, we both drive old cars. There's something really liberating about driving an old junk car. You get your soccer mom or your whatever driving their Tesla or their Panamera, and they're thinking they're gonna cut you off or pull out in front of you. You're like, bring it! I got chrome bumpers, man. So no car payment. Don't have to worry about getting it scratched. Park it wherever you want. Park it in whatever neighborhood you want. It's a lot of fun. So things that you got to spend the money and do right in the name of safety, and then there's some things that you can totally just do wrong, and that's where we're gonna have a lot of fun. I hope there's no cops around here. Hopefully there's no cops around here. Little light bitch. Now I need to go hide in case there was a cop back there. I don't know if you can see this truck next to me. It is an old Ford with a straight six. Not often you see a rat rod with an actual straight six. That's freaking cool. Well, you can kind of see it through the corner of the window. Let me get my head out of the way. It's got the white wall. That's probably my dream truck right there. Welcome to Disaster Central. Here's some of our project vehicles. This F-250 I just got about a month ago, and it'll be used to tow this thing out to the desert and kill it. Okay, not yet. Let's go back to here. Unfortunately, I may need a new rear axle. It may be hashed. I don't know. I haven't had time to open the cover up and go into it, but we might be filming an episode in the junkyard pulling another axle out. And if you'll notice, this has the 7-lug rims. This is the Orphan 7-lug truck. We're never gonna find one of those in the junkyard. So I don't know. Maybe I'll put a Chevy 14 bolt in this thing. Do 8-lug rear axle, 7-lug front axle. That'll mess with people's minds. Okay, so back to this monstrosity. This is an Isuzu Trooper with the fearsome GM 2.8 liter 60-degree V6. If you take away the early 80s Oldsmobile diesel V8, this is probably the worst engine they ever made. It can't even get out of its own way. Do not get one of these. Repeat, do not get one of these vehicles. It's terrible. And that's why we're going to destroy it. If you'll notice these 285/75 16s, these are 33-inch tires. It was not, this has got a 1-inch body lift, but it still cannot swallow these 33-inch tires. Stock size is, probably 235/75 15. So we're going to do all the unrecommended things to this to raise it. We're going to flip the shackles in the back. We're going to crank on the torsion bar bolts, probably killing our CV joints. That's part of the fun. And I can guarantee you I'm not going to correctly engineer the driveline angle. I'm going to set the pinion, but I don't care about anything else. If we have time, we might even weld the front diff, make a Lincoln locker. This miserable piece of junk has, it's served me well last couple years. Taken it out to the desert, gone to a few mountaintops to do radio work with it. But it needs to go. It needs to die. Smell that oil smoke. This is the only Hellcat you're going to see on Impoverished Gearheads.
This is Nacho from Impoverished Gearheads, 1990 Jeep Cherokee.
We're going to tighten that thing up. This is what you get when you buy things from China really cheap on Amazon. This is harder than it looks. Those guys on the real show make it look really easy. I need cue cards to keep it running, and sometimes, I've lost my train of thought completely. I hope there's no cops around here.